think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters.
I am the queen, the cream of the crop, and there is no one that does it better than the Macho Man Randy Savage. Woo! I've got the style and profile like never before. Well, let me tell you something, brother. I'm the man.
I am the best wrestler in the world.
They call me Hot Rod. Everybody knows it. I don't have to say what I am because I've done it. It's showtime, folks. Woo!
Welcome, everybody, to the quick count. It is Justin. It is Fog. Fog, how are we doing today?
So good, man. What's going on? How's it going?
It's going. I'm glad we got to link up. I know, obviously, we've been aiming to record on Sundays.
Yeah.
It was obviously Mother's Day. You and I both have wives. My wife's in particular celebrating her first. So I probably would have been shot if I told her, I'm just gonna go record some podcasts about wrestling.
Yeah, we both got wives and kids, so you gotta have Mother's Day, man. They deserve it. They deserve it.
1000%.
Father's Day, skippable.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna end up working on Father's Day. Whatever. But it is the quick count. We know what this is all about. It's just going to be, me and you quickly chatting it up for about 20-25 minutes. We are live for the first time, so shout out to anyone tuned in right now. There's 5 viewers. What's up, guys? But yeah, let's we'll quickly obviously have to mention there was a legend of wrestling that unfortunately passed away over the past week. Sabu ended up passing away at the age of 60, a pioneer of hardcore wrestling, and you name a promotion and he was a part of it.
Right.
You have ECW, you have TNA, you have WWE, everything. He was a part of everything. And the guy was apparently one of the nicest guys ever inside, outside the ring. And he will be sorely missed. It's just tough to, watch that GCW match only a few short weeks ago. And this is where we are. But yeah.
60 years old. That's young. I mean, I get it. The wrestling career, especially of wrestlers from that era, is a little different in what they went through. There's some great documentaries. You don't need to hear it from me. Sting has openly spoken about what a lot of them go through, and but 60 is still young. So prayers up for his family. And yeah, tough times, man. Big loss for wrestling.
Huge loss. But with that said, Karrion Kross, that is one topic that you and I both really, really, really wanted to discuss. I'll let you take it away. Go for it.
Yeah, listen, man. I want to thank you because I've been begging for like weeks. Let's talk about Karrion Kross, and there's a lot of reasons for it. It's like there's like a feeling you get, and then there's factual information, and there's what you see. And Karrion Kross is in this crazy stage right now where all of that is blending together. And what I mean by that is Karrion Kross, as everyone should know, had a run of a lifetime in NXT and just I want to say reinvigorated that brand to a different level and brought some from excitement because he really seemed bigger than the show in a lot of ways. And I say that because like me as a fan, I didn't watch NXT and he brought me in, and I was just such a big fan of his work, and everything about him was just really well done, and from in-ring to the promos to the entrance, the presentation. And then unfortunately, when he was brought up to the main roster initially, it was like almost intentional that there was something like a burial that was trying to go like, let's really bury this guy. He's a little too hot. And then they release him. And then, unfortunately, when they bring him back, they put him in a feud with Drew, who was feuding with Roman at the time. And it's like you take pretty much your top two guys and you bring in someone else. And it's not a setup for success. And then the Final Testament, they tried, but they changed his music. They gave him the group. And, I didn't mind it, but it wasn't clicking, I guess. And he just kind of was doing all this really cool work behind the scenes, but still acting more like enhancement talent. And then, fast forward, Final Testament's gone. He's still doing his thing. He's been given a little bit more room to work with other superstars and add his own nuance. Like people will point out online that his hairstyle will match who he's speaking to. He even went so far as to, I believe, get AJ Styles gear. I think I said that before. So fast forward, and the fans are now clamoring for Karrion Kross. They want more. He's getting big pops. The internet's begging for a push. And it feels like we're close, but we're in a contract year. He's on Main Event now, which is fine. And he's doing like commercial promos. So we're not quite there yet. So I'm wondering, like, do you think they're going to release him again? Let his contract run out? Or is all this, they're finally starting to sell his shirts? He just put up a post about that. All this work he's doing, he's getting all this praise on social media. What do you think happens next? Where do we go with Karrion Kross?
I truthfully believe he's way too over right now to let him go. He needs a new contract, and he's earned it by himself. We discussed, me and you, I've discussed with Ty in Court how in this day and age of professional wrestling, you have to get yourself over. And Matt Cardona is the prime example. When he was released, he completely reinvented himself with the Deathmatch King, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. Chelsea Green, another, was released, didn't know where she was going, left, came back. With Karrion, it's different though, because when they called him up, they didn't have a plan, like you said, like the whole mask thing. It was brutal. So when they bring people up to NXT, they need a plan. They have to have a plan. That's number one. And number two, he did the same thing. He realized that he's worth more. He's able to give more. So he started doing it on his own. He went on social media and he started putting out these insane promos. And then he cuts that pipe bomb WrestleMania weekend, which was incredible and got the people talking. He's doing his own documentary. Like you said, he's working for himself and he's doing the proper thing. Like he announced today, like you said, they're going to start selling his shirts at the merch shops during live events, which is huge because they're selling out of his shirt.
I was just about to say that apparently
they're selling out. So, I mean, if they're selling out, he's doing something right.
Right.
And there's no way you can let him go right now. And if you do, that is one of the biggest blunders I will have seen from WWE in quite some time. And, he's even putting out other little subliminal messages. He's snapping his fingers. He's snapping his fingers. So does he have two friends coming to WWE? Is he just teasing that? What's going on? I mean, we have Anthony C here. He says they got to strike while the iron is hot. That's
100%.
100%. I mean, I
think the cool thing with Karrion too is he's taken a little bit of the world of like the Drew and the Cody who left and then went, and the Matt Cardona. I didn't, but the Cardona, the Drew, the Cody, but they left, and then he's blending it with Drew, who still does well social media. Chelsea does great on social media. And he's kind of in like the middle of that. It's almost like the way he's operating outside of WWE, like outside in terms of in social media, it's almost like he has been released. So I wonder if he just really has that fire under him to say like, I've only got months left, being in a contract year. Here we are mid-May. Right. So I wonder if there's just this fire under him to say, I got to do something, cause he's a cool dude. He's very intelligent. And I just think it's really impressive how he's doing it while in the walls of the WWE, where most of them, that happens to them outside of those walls. But yeah, I agree with Anthony. You got to strike while the iron's hot. His merch has always been super cool. I bought one of his shirts way back when because the designs have always been really cool. It's not corny. It's very, interesting and unique. And so, yeah, I would be very disappointed if they let him go. And I think it would be a terrible decision because I think now's the time. Very easy to slot him in there. Mystery opponent one night. Someone standing in the ring and boom, the arena goes dark. His music hits. That entrance is just like, it's a masterpiece every time you watch it. You know what I mean? It's just great.
And just think about all like we talk about the long-term storytelling, especially with Karrion Kross and whoever crosses his path. Not to say cross, but yeah, no pun intended. Yeah. But imagine like all those superstars, like we still have. I'm blanking right now. Like, who has he crossed paths with? Sami Zayn. Like, what happens? Down the road, like it's going to happen. But if they do let him go, then it's still probably going to happen, and then he'll just be even getting the hype wherever he goes. Yeah. It's like, oh, he did that. Oh, right. Karrion Kross did that, or he started that. He's everywhere.
True. He could continue that on the indies. I just don't think it's a good idea. I think if WWE is smart. And I mentioned this. I think this is something that's probably going to need a full 20 minutes, so we won't talk about it this time. Maybe the next quick count. But I do hope I'm wrong in that they don't necessarily want to push the over people, because when you're over and you're selling merch, you can ask for more money. But again, we'll table that topic for another time. But yeah, I would be very disappointed. I think now is a good segue, unless you have something else you want to say about Karrion Kross. But I think now's a good segue to talk about Money in the Bank, because I've been seeing a lot of people online asking, or I would say suggesting, Karrion Kross win. And I've been personally, I've been leaning towards LA Knight for like 3 years now. And I still lean that way because I think LA Knight with a Money in the Bank briefcase would just be really fun. But also, he's due for a world title, right? So let's talk Money in the Bank. Men's and women's, right off the bat, and we can clam it down. But I'm thinking men's, it's either Karrion Kross or LA Knight, and then women's, it's got to be Chelsea Green, man. I don't even know that I have a backup, but if I did, maybe Alexa Bliss. But I just feel like Chelsea also would be awesome to have on each show. So entertaining with that briefcase. But yeah, what do you think? Money in the Bank, men's and women's.
I mean, you hit it right on the head. It's both of those for me as well. It's Karrion Kross and it's Chelsea Green, and it's to me, Karrion is you need the hype, and Karrion has that hype right now.
Yeah,
Chelsea, we discussed it on the prior quick count. She was just the president of the United States. Now imagine world leader Chelsea, where all of her designs on, her outfits are all, she has Statue of Liberty. She has the bald eagle. Now imagine she's world leader, and now all her outfit designs are going to be insanity. Now she's, instead of just being the United States leader, she's the world leader. And that personality and that character holding on to a world championship would be it for me.
And with the briefcase too, I mean, if you so like LA Knight, like I think LA Knight's one of those guys you got to give him the Rumble, in a way. I feel like LA Knight's like a Rumble winner, but you give him the briefcase and he's showing up antagonizing everyone. I mean, who can do that like LA Knight? On the flip side, Karrion Kross, he could put that hourglass, right? He could just walk around every show with that briefcase. NXT, remember, he had to relinquish that title and then he won it back, but he could just keep popping open that briefcase and showing that hourglass and handing people it. I don't know, there's so many cool ways you could go with that. But yeah, I do think Chelsea Green, again, you put her on each and every show, just kind of with this briefcase, like who's she gonna cash in on? It'll be fun. And she would be a good one too, where they kind of tease like that she's going to fail the cash in, but you can't do that. You got to give her a world title.
Oh, 1000%. So we have Simply Jordan here commenting from YouTube. I got Naomi winning Money in the Bank, and for the men is Carmelo Hayes or LA Knight. So like you said, Fog, your backup is LA Knight.
Yeah.
I do entertain the idea of Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
But with him being with the Miz right now, I don't know if it will happen.
Right.
But you just mentioned, like, imagine like you said, Karrion Kross walking around with the hourglass, just walking out and just terrorizing any champion that he chooses to. It's chef's kiss. It's right there in front of them. They really got to do it. We have Anthony C again. As an LA fan, if they were to put him in the Money in the Bank match again and they didn't have him win again, that would just be plain disrespectful from Triple H, in my honest opinion.
Yes, because they teased it, and the fans wanted LA Knight to win when Damian Priest won it. And that's what I was saying is, like, so the comment is good things come to those who wait. And that's from Triple H himself. And that's because the fans were like, why didn't you give it to LA Knight? Right. And so, you know, whatever your opinion of Damian Priest's briefcase and title run is, it is what it is. The time has come and gone. Carmelo, I'm surprised to say that I've seen quite a few people on Twitter saying Carmelo. And I'm only surprised because I don't know that if the company sees him, I think it would be a surprise, you know, like, I don't know that the company sees him there yet. And I certainly hope they don't intend to do another failed cash-in when Drew's failed cash-in was like one of the worst booking decisions in recent memory. So I just don't think Carmelo wins it. Maybe, I don't know. I'd be happy for him. I just don't think they've positioned him there yet. What do you think?
I mean, I just saw someone join the stream. Did you see that?
Yeah, I kind of caught it.
The Righteous is I can't. I mean, I went to add back, but it was already gone. But the Righteous is always watching, so
I guess so.
I mean, got to be careful.
Tread carefully.
Yes. But no, I completely agree with you. We are at the 17-minute mark.
Yeah.
So let's just quickly. I wanted to talk about Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. This one's for court.
Now with Cody Rhodes, it is for court. He's on the poster. So if you look at the promotional poster for Money in the Bank, you have
he's right Cody up front, bro.
Front and center, front
right
and center.
There.
So everyone kept saying how, when do you bring Cody back? When do you bring Cody back? People say, let it marinate, you know, just let him come back, maybe a little toward, you know, closer towards SummerSlam. But if he's back at Money in the Bank, where does he go from here? Like, obviously, I think the end goal is him taking the title off Cena, but what is that middle game, you know?
Maybe he does it with Money in the Bank.
Oh,
but realistically, I just see him as someone who maybe gets in Money in the Bank, but doesn't quite win it, you know, because like that's a great. So for a Cody and with a John Cena, like Cody's kind of like that mountain climbing baby face, right? So maybe they put him in that match just as a way to, you know, he's got to climb the mountain, dude. You know what I mean? Like, maybe that's what happens when Cody comes back, is he's climbing that mountain again, and he's got to work again for it in a similar fashion that he did to win it the first time. And Money in the Bank is just another setback that builds to his story. And I think that would be a great idea. I would put him in Money in the Bank, have him lose.
Let's see. Allie says, my crackhead idea is that he's going to cost John Cena somehow at Money in the Bank if Cena has a match on the card. So for Money in the Bank with Cena, I feel like they're trying. Well, they're eventually, we all know it's coming. There's going to be a match with Cena and Travis Scott versus blank and blank. So is it Cody and Bad Bunny where Bad Bunny, where it's two artists? Like, we know that match is coming one way or another. It's been said that Travis Scott is training left and right, whatever. But there's only so many more Cena appearances. So now it's like, if you really truly think about it, we only it's almost in the single digits now. And we're, you know, December is a few months away. Yep. But I don't know. Is it going to be Cody and Bad Bunny?
This is one of those things that'll spark a big argument online, but I'm not a fan of the overly predictable celebrity type matches in that regard. Like when you had Damian Priest versus Bad Bunny, that was one of the best matches I think I've ever seen. There was no title though. And the thing with these titles is they're meant to kind of point you in a direction of who's kind of the leader or leading the charge. Like when Cody was the champ, they said he was the quarterback. So I'm just not a fan of like, first of all, you have your world champion in a tag match on a PLE. Like, okay, it's kind of a waste of an appearance because he's not defending his title. So why is he the world champion? You get what I'm saying? Not a fan of that. I'm sure it happens because that's how they charge a lot of money for tickets. They'll sell a ton of Travis Scott t-shirts and they'll sell, pre-rolls or whatever at the venue. I don't know. But like, I just I would skip it. I wouldn't do it, but hey,
I'm just throwing it out there. It better not happen at SummerSlam because hopefully, I'll be there. It's only in New Jersey. I'm in New York. So my plan is to go to SummerSlam both nights. And if I have to sit through some sort of freaking Travis Scott match, I am going to lose my shit.
Yeah, I don't think so. I hope, because if you think about it, like you said, he's only got so many dates left and it's supposed to run through the end of the year. December's not that far away. And like, he's not going to be a heel this whole run. I truly believe he ends his career as a babyface. So I think they do this on like a B level or just like a, maybe Money in the Bank, but I don't think they do SummerSlam. I think SummerSlam is when he drops the title.
That's the hope and that is the dream. But everyone, we are at the 21-minute mark of the quick count, so we are going to call it a night. Fog and I will be doing this weekly, whether it's usually going to be a Sunday, but if it ends up being a weeknight, so be it.
We'll hit you up in the Discord if we're going live, just like tonight. Thanks all for joining.
Thank you all for joining and tuning in. We have 15 of you right now. Please go check out the PWN Discord. It is free. It is the best community around for the IWC. Shout out to all of you that participated on YouTube, on Twitter, everywhere. If you like what you see, and let us know. If you want to see something else, let us know. We're here. We're open to it. And I'm going to go eat dinner and watch some TNA.